Hi everyone, welcome back to Good or Good Enough. So I saw the movie Bugonia, and here's my little review. So the plot for this movie is pretty straightforward. Two conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying planet Earth. Pretty simple. You're guessing if these people are crazy, if they're telling the truth, and if Emma Stone's character is an alien or not. The summary for the movie is that it is rated R for cussing, some intense violence, a suicide, and then maybe some sadness. It's an hour and 58 minutes. It has grossed $34 million worldwide. I think it could have done a little bit more. It's not a bad-looking film. It's directed and written by Yorgos Lanthimos, however you pronounce that. I'm not familiar with his work. Starring Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and another actor who they decided that they wanted because just to have that kind of non-professional acting angle to it. It's pretty interesting, the story. It felt like a Christopher Nolan film at times. It has a classic twist. I guessed it. You'll probably guess it too. It's pretty funny. It's nothing new. It's more about how it's done, more like that. More in the filmmaking category for sure. It seems to be more about how over believing in something can drive you crazy. That's what I got from it, I guess, because these people are just so obsessed with this, and it's like, are they telling the truth? Are they crazy? What? It does have a sad feeling at times. You feel bad for Don, who seems to have a mental issue and does whatever Teddy tells him, basically. And yeah, it's pretty entertaining. It's got a scary feeling to it, during it. And I would recommend it more for the filming aspects of it, but the story isn't terrible. And what I'm saying is like how it's done, that kind of culminates in the appreciation of the twist, I would say. Now it's time for spoilers for Bugonia. So at an hour and 45 minutes, after Teddy is trying to get her to take him to the supposed spaceship, she returns to the office from a few minutes earlier where Teddy presented a suicide bomb in case things went south. So she returns to the office to get the calculator from earlier where Teddy had, I guess, accidentally activated the explosive device. She gets in it, and it's finally revealed that she is an alien, and this is her teleportation device or whatever, her teleporter. And this is her going back to the ship, I guess. And I guess it's like basically the teleportation itself. I'm assuming it's what it looks like. So she returns, and that's it. Yeah, turns out she's an alien. They were right the whole time. That's how it's done. I think it kind of makes you appreciate the twist in a way. And this is all the people. They connect their contact to their hair or something. That's like their communication device. She gets her head shaved in the movie, so she's not able to contact them throughout the entire film. So basically she's there, and then then they talk, they say a bunch of stuff. We couldn't make contact with our hair. Pretty funny. They all have long hair. Pretty hilarious. And then there are only two people, whatever. So they believe that it's over. It's like a project or something. So they decide that they're going to end the time. They all leave. She walks up to the globe or whatever, the atmosphere, which I'm not sure if that is supposed to kind of technically be flat Earth theory, because it definitely looks like it. It's literally just a flat Earth and a sphere, which this is like total conspiracy theory of a movie. See? So this is basically, I guess, flat Earth theory is what I would say. That's flat Earth theory. They deem this project, not, it's done. They're out. So she basically pops the bubble on there. Leads to a really interesting montage of Earth. Everybody's dead. Pretty interesting. They show dead kids. They show some crazy stuff. Dead people everywhere. See? Kind of realistic. Pretty, I don't understand it though. If it's the air, how come the cat is still alive and the dog? But anyway, that's pretty much it. And then it loops back to the beginning with the bee speech, whatever. It's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for the spoilers. And now my favorite moment from Bugonia. Basically, every shot in the movie is just beautiful. It's insane The intro is pretty cool with the B speech that at the end it loops back into it. Pretty cool. The entire intro is pretty it's just incredible filmmaking. Like, it really is. Just when you rewatch it, you're like, oh, she is an alien, isn't she? Pretty funny. Just the things that she does, like, definitely hints at that fact. 52 minutes. Pretty cool. Pretty cool intro, I guess. 16 minutes and 15 seconds is, I think it's a pretty cool shot. Just all the shots in the movie. Just every shot you can imagine. Look, just every shot. It's crazy. Just how everything is set up. It gets intense though. Whatever. Yeah. Again, all the shots in the movie. Look at it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It looks so cool. Everything is so planned out. It's crazy. And then, like, this shot. I love that shot. It's so cool. I can't believe that. Yeah, this shot is pretty cool. Her driving, pretty hilarious. Just every like how they did it. It looks so cool. And it's kind of basic in a way. It's not even, it's like, again, it's just how it's done. I love how the moment when they kidnap her, she's actually like pretty resilient, I guess, and can definitely hold her own, especially amongst two of these goofs. I mean, the shots, again, look at the chairs, look at everything, the house, everything. It's so cool. Literally every shot in the movie. I like these shots a lot. I'm still trying to figure out what they are. That is the flat earth theory, but that is the table she has at the end that she pops a dome on. Pretty interesting. This sequence is pretty cool where he rides his bike. The shots are pretty cool. Again, it's just, I don't know. It's so simple, but like, it's how it's done, I guess. And Jesse Plemons, he plays such a weird character. He just has such a good touch of weirdness. And this is when you see, this is a good moment, when you see, what's his name? Stavros Halkias, the comedian guy. I'm not too familiar with him, but I mean, he's pretty good in this role. And it definitely made me kind of like him, I guess. I've seen a few interviews with him. He's pretty cool anyway, but I don't know him, basically. But this is a good intro, I would say. I like this part too. Really shows off Jesse Plemons' his skills. He's just so scary and so psychopathic, I guess. So psychotic and just, oh my God, that must have been such intense on set. That would be, oh my God, intense moments during filming. Holy crap. Another sick moment, pretty cool, is just the framing of the shots. They give her like behind, like she's centered, but there's like behind room. Like there's like space, but behind her or whatever. But she's in the center. I don't know. It's this cool placement and planning of these shots. Another funny moment is that when Teddy, he's also after a cure for his mother, I guess, that Michelle has promised him or something. She tells him it's in a bottle or container of antifreeze. Teddy then goes and gets it and goes to his mom, who was at the hospital. And, you know, he goes there. She's, it's so intense. He arrives. She's there. He gets the stuff ready and sticks it straight into the IV. And I guess you had the feeling the whole time that she's lying to him. And it seems like that's true. And I guess, yeah. And so, yeah, he basically like ends up killing her, basically. So he leaves, and then a nurse ends up seeing him, but, you know, he gets away. So pretty intense. And yeah, he just goes back. Pretty cool. And then the final kind of moment, whatever, is, yeah, that he gets her to take him to supposedly somewhere to take him to her ship, technically. And at this point, you don't know. And then she gets the calculator, basically tells him that like that is the way to connect with the ship. And And then the other funny moment is when he presents the suicide vest to her just in case, which is pretty hilarious because it's like, no, we didn't expect that at all. Another cool moment is when he basically tries to... she convinces him to go in there to the teleporter, and she backs up, and I didn't understand it at first. It seems that he accidentally triggered it, I guess, and blows up and kills himself, and pretty hilarious fashion. I mean, pretty crazy. And at this time, you're just thinking like, God, these people are crazy, right? And then the final pretty awesome moment is she gets up, goes all the way back to there with incredible shots, by the way, the whole time. And then she gets back, and then finally she goes into there and goes up to her ship. Pretty awesome. And I really like this moment too, yeah, when they show the ship. The design of it is pretty interesting. I was reading that it is based off of like a skeletal design of some sort with like the organs exposed or something. Pretty cool. So yeah, those are my favorite moments from the movie, as well as a lot of others. There's a lot of cool shots in the film. So, and some things I'd fix for the movie would be really not much. It's a classic story, so maybe finding a better twist. It seemed, it's obviously on purpose that it goes this way. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty much fine. It's pretty awesome. The look of it is pretty awesome. Like I keep repeating, the shots are amazing. Nice shots, static shots, panning shots, zoom shots, tracking shots, dolly shots, every shot. Yeah, this shot is pretty cool right here. Pretty cool. I just love how simple it is. Beautiful colors. Yeah, it's just the simplicity of it. It's so cool. This one too, pretty awesome. It just looks so cool. I don't know why. It's so simple and it looks so awesome. The sound of the film is pretty cool. It sounds it's got like horror, synthy, violin music to it. Definitely planned out. And very good sounds. You'll see. Very good choices of what the sound should be that really emphasize the moment of the scene. And so my final thoughts for the movie, so they were right the whole time. I'm still not sure why almost every iteration of an alien looks like a human. I understand the discussion, but we're assuming that every alien looks like us, and they probably don't unless an alien took a human from Earth and then had, mated with other aliens, and now there's hybrids, and then some aliens look like humans, some aliens look like aliens, which are just other designs of species or whatever. But that's not a big deal. She looks like an alien in the movie, though, I think. My other thought was when she pops a bubble over Earth containing the air, it shows a montage of the humans, every human being dead, I guess. I'm not sure why. Then it shows a dog or a cat alive licking ice cream, whatever, which is confusing because I thought that the air is gone. So how was there, like, everything should be dead. And when she popped it, it looks like it's indicating the air is gone. I mean, do dogs and cats not breathe air? That might be more, maybe that's an issue of the movie. I don't know. It's probably in the trivia. I was reading a little bit of the trivia. It looks like there's two kind of issues. So maybe this is one of them. Like she pops the bubble, everyone on Earth should die. And then the plants should have no oxygen or whatever, you know what I mean? But it seemed like she pops the bubble, the humans die only. So it's like the dome specifically targets and controls the humans rather than all life. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. My summary rebuttal, again, is that it is rated R. It's an hour and 58 minutes. It grossed $34 million worldwide. Directed and written by Yorgos Lanthimos. I'm not too familiar with him. Starring Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and another actor who plays Don. And they wanted him to not be a professional actor, so he has that kind of edge to it, or him. It's pretty cool. The movie's pretty interesting. It felt like a Christopher Nolan film at times. Classic twist. I already guessed it. It's funny, nothing new. I think it's how it's done that makes the ending kind of worth it. It seems to be more about how overbelieving can kind of drive you crazy, perhaps. In this case, they were right, but, or maybe it's like, don't call people crazy, maybe believe them. I don't know, something like that. It has a sad feeling at times. You feel bad for Don, who seems to have a mental issue and kind of does whatever Teddy says, which can kind of leave you with a sad feeling. I guess the end twist does kind of make you feel better that they were right, except Don kills himself in the movie, so can't really, I don't know, you feel bad for Don. He's just, Teddy is too crazy, and Don is obviously has an issue that Teddy is exploiting or taking advantage of possibly, but it gets him killed, so it's kind of sad in that way, even though it's got an edge of comedy in a way. You know, like she has the thing, her password to connect to the ship is in a calculator. At first it sounds crazy, and then it turns out that is true. That is how she gets to the teleporter up to the ship. Pretty hilarious. And I would recommend this film more for the, like, I guess the filmmaking aspect, although what I said already is at the end does, and how it's done, make you kind of appreciate the twist, I would say, for this specific movie. So my final rating for Bugonia, since it's, I would say, such a good example of filmmaking, I say Bugonia is good. And that wraps up my review of Bugonia. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment down below about what you thought of this movie if you saw it, and I'll see you in my next review.